Hello and welcome, this is Roy at Ninjazilla90, and today I will be reviewing yet another super cool, really awesome figure for you guys today, and that is the McFarlane Toys Mortal Kombat 11 Kotal Kahn figure. And I got a lot of positive things to say about this figure, so without further ado, let's get on with this review. And now, here we have the McFarlane Toys Mortal Kombat 11 Kotal Kahn figure right here before us, in all of his super awesome, cool looking Aztec glory, as you can see. And yeah, we could all praise the sun for that, but yeah, I don't worship the sun. I worship Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. But anyway, getting back to this figure, as you can see, he's a pretty cool, awesome figure, nicely detailed, well painted. I really love the paint apps. And when compared to his original, well, his basic character outfit from Mortal Kombat 11 and his gear pieces, the only thing he's missing is like his small secondary weapons that he has in Mortal Kombat 11. I forgot what those are called. They're kind of like, they kind of almost look like Egyptian kobeshes, but they're not. But anyway, we do have his Aztec sword, which is accurate to the gear piece you get, to the gear piece, the sword that you start with. So everything, I looked at him, everything is accurate, because not every single McFarlane Toys Mortal Kombat figure is 100% accurate to how the character looks in the game. And I will explain that in further reviews, because I've noticed that with this Spawn figure right here, which I will get to the inaccuracy in a later review on that figure. But anyway, getting back to Kotal Kahn here, he is looking really awesome. Of course, his skin color is kind of like, sort of like a green colorization. Sort of similar to the Hulk, but he is not the Hulk. He is not the Incredible Hulk. He is not the same size. I would say Kotal Kahn is kind of almost like the Tekken's, and I mean Mortal Kombat's answer to Tekken's Ogre. So it's kind of, I would say he's kind of like similar to that character. Because I don't know, because I don't know. No, for some reason I don't know. Kotal Kahn reminds me of Ogre from Tekken. I guess, if, correct me if I'm wrong, but I kind of feel like he's heavily inspired by that character. But he also sometimes reminds me of Olmec from Legend of the Hidden Temple. But anyway, with his like Mayan looking features, but he's an Aztec. But anyway, I really like his armor. Has these gold shoulder armor pieces, looking really nice, very sharply detailed. I like the golden armor piece on his belt right there, and I like that, like crimson or like red. He has this like crimson red understrap going all around the belt right there, looking really nice. And of course, his loincloth is also well sculpted. I really like that. He has his Aztec symbol on his loincloth. I guess that's what you call it. He has all his like little Aztec tattoos all over his body. Again, or war paint. I guess it's either tattoos or war paint tattoos, or I don't know. It is one of the two he's wearing. But anyway, I think they did. Todd McFarlane did a really nice job on his boots, and all the smaller, little finer details going all throughout the figure. Really good detailing on the armored leather armbands right here, looking really nice. And I like how it has the armored gold trim on it as well, looking really awesome. I just like the whole aspect of the design of this figure. I was kind of starting to take a liking to Kotal Kahn's character on both Mortal Kombat X and 11. he fights pretty well in both. He first appeared in Mortal Kombat X, which is Mortal Kombat 10, and if you own Mortal Kombat X on I own it on both Xbox and PlayStation, and there is a big problem with the Gold Scorpion on the Xbox One version on the Xbox Series X. For some reason, I don't know, I had to reinstall all my DLC content, and yeah, and for some reason I couldn't reinstall the Gold Scorpion again, and I went check, and for some reason it said incompatible, and I went on my PS5 on the PS4 version. All my content was still there. I even uninstalled the whole game and then reinstalled it. And yeah, I was still able to use the Gold Scorpion on the PS4. But anyway, well, on my PS5 on the PS4 version. But anyway, getting back to this figure, getting a good look at his face here. Nice looking Aztec face that he has. Also, look at his eyes are like a very sort of like a silver color, as you can see. Very bright silver. Because obviously he is not human. He's kind of like he's an Aztec technically, so that's what his race is. And I really like the nice armored headpiece he's wearing. Really very nice looking helmet, because he's supposed to be like the Khan of Outworld that replaces Shao Kahn after he's defeated. So yeah. But I think Kotal Kahn, I believe Kotal Kahn is a good guy. Correct me if I'm wrong. Unlike Shao Kahn, I believe Kotal Kahn is a good Khan. But anyway, also I really like his feathered headdress on his helmet. And it's also detachable, because you have to put it on when you take him out of the box, but he just looks weird without it, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that back. And of course, yeah, I really think they did a nice job on the design on his Aztec sword as well, and it does look like it's been used in battle, because he kind of has some dents and dings and scars on his weapon. You could see he has a little big indentation at the top of his sword right there, like it's been constantly clashing with other weapons in fights and in battles, because yeah, he's been doing his fair share of defending Outworld, I guess. And then when he had that big clash with Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat 11, when they had that whole time warp scenario. But anyway, getting to articulation with this figure, the head, of course, can look up about that much. We can look down about that much. We can look right. We can look left. And we can do a full-on 360 cranium revolvus in the opposite way. And, of course, we do have swivel hinges in the shoulders, so we can swivel those shoulders all the way around a full 360 like so. And I'm about to jug his sword into his butt by accident, but thankfully I caught it in time. And also we do have hinges in those shoulders, so he can bring his arms up in a T-pose and bring them back down. We also have really good bicep swivels, so we can swivel those biceps all the way around a full 360. I need to be careful with that. So yeah, swivel his biceps all the way around, like so. We do have a double joint in his elbow, so we can bend those elbows forward like so, and then back again. Same is true with the other arm, and then back, and yeah, take them off his stand. We do have a good torso articulation. We can rock, well, side to side somewhat, a little tight, and we do have an ab crunch, so we can lean him forward and back like so. Mine's a little stiff, so might have to heat him up. But anyway, we also have a really good hip articulation. We do have like his hips are kind of like on these swivel hinges. They're not ball joints, but we can like split out about that much. At least making sure I'm not yeah, that's how his legs are connected. As you can see, they are swivel hinges. So it's pretty. It looks uneven. I don't know. It might just be mine. But anyway, put him back. We can kick forward about this much, hindered by his loincloth. But anyway, a little bit, and then back down, and then kick forward about that much, and then back down. Kick out to the side about that much, and back down, out to the side that way, and back down. Of course, we do have double joints in the knees, so you can bend those knees back about that much, and then forward again. And we do have a hinge in those ankles, so we can point those feet down like so, so we can point those feet forward for roundhouse kicking if we want to, and we could also rotate them all the way around a full 360 like so, as you are witnessing. And we do have hinges in those toesy woesies as well, so we can bend those piggies all the way back and then bend those little piggies straight again. So yeah, that's that pretty much covers it for articulation with this figure. And of course, he comes with his stand, and then for an accessory, and also he comes with his Aztec sword. So that's pretty much all you're getting with this figure. But I still appreciate this figure nonetheless. You can actually get this figure for super cheap right now from BigBadToyStore.com because they are having a clearance sale on these. So I grabbed them. There's also the battle-scarred bloody version of this figure you can get. I believe that one's like a little cheaper, but I wanted like the regular version that wasn't like battle-scarred or beat up looking, so I went with this one. But I might grab that one later, but I don't know, it depends. But anyway, guys, if I have to give this figure a final score based on detail, articulation, and playability, I have to give him a 5 out of 5 stars rating. So basically that is the highest score I can give a figure. That means he's practically an A+. Is he perfect? I wouldn't say it's like a perfect figure, but he's definitely good for what he is. I would say he's definitely worth the money, especially if you're looking for really good, really awesome action figures for super cheap. Highly recommend grabbing him from Big Bad right now, because you can get them for like dirt cheap. Because they're having a clearance. Like I said, there is a clearance sale going on these right now. But anyway, guys, that pretty much concludes it for this review. As always, thank you guys all so much for watching. Thank you for your time, your viewership is much appreciated. And as always, love you all. Stay safe. God bless. Take care, and peace out.